Say, man, does watching dirty websites change the way that you view men and women? Short answer, yes. To be honest, it makes you very desensitized. It makes you desensitized to the things that are real and true in this world. You know what I'm saying? It makes you lose grip of reality. Your body starts to change. Your mind starts to change. Your growth development starts to be hindered. Your relationships start to change. And your relationships is probably where you're gonna start seeing the most of your change, for some. As a man, you're going to start to realize that you over-sexualize everything. This world is already so sexualized. Most of us on earth have lost our virginity. We feel like this is the way life is supposed to be, and it's not. It's not normal to undress women with your eyes when they're out in public. You know, even if they do have assets, it's not necessarily normal, but we've been told things like that is what make us men. But it's because we grew up in a porn-induced society. One of the only things that's actually free, I have to buy water, but I gotta pay for dirty websites. My bad, I gotta buy for water, but dirty websites is free. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And you start to view the opposite sex as an object. You start to objectify them. In reality, we're all objects of something, right? But it's not necessarily a normal state of mind to think and live in. We all have moments where we fall short. But when it comes to every single person, you're judging if you would or if you wouldn't. Some of these things we have to break out of, you know? I've fallen accustomed to that as well, but it doesn't necessarily make it 100% right and healthy, especially if you can't control yourself. For us who can control ourselves, we're blessed, but most of y'all can't. It's really sad. Excuse me while I take a sip of this. Creatine, you feel me? So, as I was saying, the way that you view the opposite sex is definitely going to change, and your relationships are going to dwindle. You're going to realize that you're going to start self-isolating yourself more. You're not going to be opening up. You're going to find it harder for you to be vulnerable with people who care about you, you feel me? And it's because one of your deepest, darkest secrets is you're being a slave to your lust. And that's not necessarily healthy in any aspect of life. You know, if you're in a relationship, a romantic relationship, you don't think that's going to affect it? You don't think that's going to affect it? As a man, you're over here getting your arousal from other women online. That's going to desensitize yourself to your woman. I'm telling you it is. Because we all feel like we can live like a king. We want to feel like we can have sex with all the girls. We feel like we can treat anybody any type of way. We feel like we're always right. We feel like we can watch porn when we feel like it. I'm telling you, it's destroying you inside and out. And people are going to notice there's something different about you. And the people who meet you as you're in that state of mind from watching those dirty websites, they're going to think, oh, this is it. They're going to just assume you don't have a spark or a light because they haven't seen it. That's the way people view you. The way people view you is going to be affected based off what you're putting into your body. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all who don't really want to realize that because they're so hard-headed and ego-driven, you're going to sit there and realize that you're not really close with anyone. And that's not okay. And you have to really break out of that. You have to really grab your bootstraps and stop watching these dirty websites. You know what I'm saying? Men are not gonna respect a man who is like docile and shrill and is like a shell of a man. And that's what those dirty websites do to you. It takes away your confidence, your growth hormones. I swear it does. Your brain is gonna physically change. Dopamine receptors are being added to your brain from the dirty websites that you're feeling in. So if I never had Rocky Road ice cream in my life, and then I have it, and now I love it, there's a dopamine receptor in my brain that's gonna start craving that Rocky Road ice cream. You know what I'm saying? So everything you add into yourself, once you start to enjoy it and you start to want it again, that's being added into your brain functionality. It's real life, you know what I'm saying? And so imagine what it's doing when it's a dirty website, when you're addicted to it. That's sick. It's sick and it's sick. And women are not off the hook either, because when it comes to masturbation, when it comes to using those toys, you're desensitizing yourself from the physical penis that's supposed to impregnate you. Just like how a man gets so used to grabbing himself that he can't really satisfy himself, he can't be satisfied with the woman, he doesn't last that long, it's because he's so used to the instant gratification from porn, from dirty websites, and so is she. You know what I'm saying? So is she. Women are not off the hook either. It's not normal to take objects and shove it up your God-given temple just to make you feel good. That's not normal. And for those who want to question, well, what's normal, what's the norm, it was all created by man, matriarchy, patriarchy, you have been psyoped by society. And you are duped and you are actually retarded. I'm just putting it like that, bro. I'm just putting it like that. These things are not normal. Because once we start to lose the sight of what's normal and what's not, once we destroy all morality, we're going to be in true haywire, just like how we are today in modern day Babylon. Okay? It's not normal. It's not normal. Put the objects down. They stink. You need to wash it. Clean it, throw it away. Don't even throw it away dirty. Clean that mud, throw it away, I'm telling you, because you're destroying your body. You are frying your pussy. I'll just be honest, bro. You're destroying your vagina. And as a man, you are abusing your penis. Why? You was not put here to be doing that. You sick fuck. I'm just put it like it is, bro. Excuse me while I sip on this protein now. I'm telling you, man, save yourself before you wreck yourself. It's not normal to do these things. It's destroying your relationships. It's destroying the way that you view men. It's destroying the way that you view women for both genders, for both sexes. You know what I'm saying? You was put here to keep life going. I would argue that we was all put here to procreate if we have the ability to. And for those women who are barren, you know, or those women who have a closed womb, it just wasn't meant for you. But God can open it up one day. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know who can go from being infertile to being fertile. I would argue that we was all put here to keep life going, put here to procreate. And pleasuring yourself with dirty websites, that's not conducive to no environment, to nobody's health. It's actually destruction, but it's self-gratifying. And that's why it feels good now. Then you wonder why you feel alone, empty, and you feel like there's something off in your spirit. Deep down, you know why. Maybe you don't know why. It's because you're pleasuring yourself with the devil. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all do not want to grow accustomed and grow addicted to doing these things. You do not want to keep the addiction going. We are supposed to be building relationships with others and watching those websites. It doesn't seem like it's connected, but I promise you, take it from someone who struggled with this for a decade. And now I'm 3 years clean, 3 years sober, man. I'm telling you, like, ever since then, I became a whole new person. People tell me they don't even know what it's for. And then when I tell them, they don't think that it was really for that reason because I was stuck in bondage for my lust. But it is. I'm a whole different person. I'm better. I'm healthier. I look better. Women have told me I'm sexier. I attract older women now. I attract all types of women now. I attract men who are gravitated to my energy for brotherhood, whether it's consistent or not. You feel me? It's because I got rid of my lust. My relationships with people have strengthened. I talk deeper. I'm more passionate. I feel stronger. I feel better. But there's no way that I could do this if I was being a slave to my lust. But even when I was in my lust, I still had it. I still had a glimpse of it, but I was holding myself back without realizing it. I was playing into my own self-destruction. I was playing into my own self-destruction because I could not get over the hurdle of battling self. You know what I'm saying? Battling self. And when I started to battle self, and I became honest and real vulnerable. When I became real honest and real vulnerable with my shit, everything changed. The money came in, the money came, the core came, everything came, my skin got clear. Man, I used to pray that I'd be right in the middle where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm here and then some. Job, blessed. Future, coming, Lord's will. And you know, I'm just overly appreciative that I can understand that. I understand how to keep a good relationship with a man, a good relationship with a woman. I'm not being like, you know, I'm not destroying my shit. You feel me? Like, excuse my French, but it feels so good to be able to have that bond. I feel like a bunch of ants floating on a pond together, strengthening each other. You know what I'm saying? whether I'm around them or not, I still feel the comfort of my brethren and my sisters, you know, even if it's a small scale of them, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, for me, conquering my lust, it made my relationships better. And hopefully this video can appeal to somebody else. Dig? Shalom. Ugh.